Hey all you kids, it's Muscle Car Campy, and this might be the rarest, most unusual car we featured. It's a 1970 Javelin SST Trans-Am. That's Trans-AM. Unlike the Pontiac version, which somehow they paid extra to have the car name, they lost the dash in the process. But this was a really fascinating story. 394 barrel, 4-speed, 391 gears, all standard as part of the TA package. Only 100 were ever built, and only 40 or so are known to exist today. Check it out. Hey, don't forget, hit that subscribe button so you're notified every time a new video goes live. You will not believe the stuff we have coming up. Our feature car today is in the Javelin TA registry. If you go online, you can find it. There's a wealth of great information on these cars on there. I really found it fascinating, learned a lot, and like I said, if you're into muscle cars, this is a really unusual part of the history, great part of the era. And you know, while a lot of people were turning back on muscle cars, AMC was really getting more into it. You know, there's a lot of cool stuff under the hood. The ram air functional hood here, power steering. I mean, this new tall deck 390 engine, 325 horse, lots of power. Again, these cars were fully equipped. You weren't missing anything. No, they didn't have power windows, things like that. Just wasn't available. But who needed them? Roll the windows down before you leave, take off, have some fun. Iron Stable Garage in Largo, Florida got the nod to do a mechanical restoration on this car. It sounds like it runs pretty good to us, but there's like any old car, anything that's 55 years old, you definitely need a bit of a work over on certain things.
Javelin may have been a few years late to the pony car market, but it was an instant success. It gave AMC a nice slice of the very profitable sporty car pie, handily outselling the rival Plymouth Barracuda in 1968 and 69. It sold over 55,000 copies that first year, and supposedly the average customer is 10 years younger than the average AMC buyer. That's 55,000 plus conquest sales, and that put a lot of cash in the company coffers. Its styling was smooth and thoroughly modern, with nice touches such as ventless door glass, flush door handles, and a smooth semi-fastback roofline. While keeping the overall shape of the 68 and 69 models, the 70 Javelin was a heavily updated machine. The nose was revamped, with the single headlights at the outer edge of the redesigned split grille. The parking lights were now D-shaped instead of round. In the rear, the backup light was placed between the taillights for a totally integrated look. The Trans-Am models were painted red, white, and blue to match the race cars campaigned by Kaplan Engineering. The exact colors were Matador red, Frost white, and Commodore blue. But the Javelin's beauty was more than just skin deep. The front suspension was reworked. Gone were the trunnions. A modern setup with ball joints, upper and lower control arms, and coil springs was designed and implemented. This greatly improved ride and handling. Yes, the rear spoiler was adjustable. On track, you wanted the front down and the back up. But we went through Dave Freeman's excellent book, Trans-Am, which covers the series on a year-by-year basis. In 1969, we couldn't find any pictures of the Javelin race cars using any spoiler. Roger Penske and company knew the importance of aerodynamics on the track, so they passed up the use of the spoiler that was used on the Trans-Am streetcar and went with the Mark Donohue design rear spoiler that was on the Mark Donohue edition Javelins that year. Apparently it worked much better, and for the first time, the Javelin found itself in the winner's circle. Donohue won 3 races that year. AMC finished second in the points behind Ford.
There's a lot of cool features on the inside of this car, not the least of which is the Hurst shifted 4-speed Borg-Warner T10. Probably one of the last companies still using the T10 by 1970 was AMC. You got an 8,000 RPM tach with a 5,000 RPM redline, temperature gauge, fuel gauge, 140 mile an hour speedometer was standard on these cars. Going back, reading an old Car Life road test, 5,000 RPM seems a little low, but they said the thing was totally out of breath by 5,000 RPM, and it really took a long time in their test to get from 4,500 to 5,000. Got a clock on the other side. I mean, just a really nice car. You know, they upgraded the interior a great deal for 1970. Got wood grain all over. I mean, this is a cool thing. You got the console is actually vinyl, padded vinyl with an armrest that goes back. Now, I don't think there's a seat belt for it. In fact, pretty sure there isn't. But I'm sure more than one little kid sat on that seat for a while, went for a ride, maybe took a trip into the dashboard on a quick panic stop. But hey, it was 1969, 1970. That's what little kids did. They were resilient. They bounced, they come back, whatever. So definitely a cool car though. Love these seats. Really super duper comfortable. You know, there's a few things in here that just, you know, the steering wheel's 2-spoke wheel, but the hand positions are at 9 and 3, just as they're supposed to be. I mean, yeah. All right, Muscle Car Campy and his old buddy Don Keefe, the manager of Iron Stable Garage in Largo, Florida. We're out in the AMC Javelin SST Trans-Am. That's a mouthful. Don, you guys had to be pretty pumped up when they gave you the opportunity to do some work on this car. It's such a rare and valuable car, but that's kind of what Iron Stable's known for.
Yeah, it is. And the thing that meant the most to us was that the owner had enough confidence in us personally to actually, you know, trust us with this baby, and that meant a lot to us. You know, we're car guys, we're muscle car guys. You know, we love them all. You know, we may all have our preferences, but it comes down to American muscle cars. We love them all, and this is a truly rare, unique vehicle, and we're very, very honored to have it at our shop.
It's a piece of American history, and it's even painted accordingly, red, white, and blue. You know, it's amazing. They made 100 of these. Around 40 or so are known to still exist. This thing drives really nice. I know you guys are going to be doing a mostly mechanical restoration on this thing. Yeah. But I got to tell you, it started right up. It runs great. It shifts beautifully. What are you guys going to do to it?
Well, a lot of it has to do with just replacing, you know, tired, dried out rubber bushings, that sort of thing. The interior is going to get refurbished. I mean, this is not a high mileage car. I think this only has 30-some-odd thousand miles on it, but still, even with that, the years will add up. And so we're gonna redo the interior, and there's some very minor paint work that needs to be done too, which we're going to take care of. It's a nice, real nice original car. We want to, you know, accentuate what's already there without, you know, hurting its character or originality, and that's something that I think we're pretty darn good at.
You know, I'm looking here, 23,172 miles on the odometer, which means I'm getting to do something not a lot of people have done in this car, put a couple of miles on it.
Yes.
And I gotta say, this thing is just, it drives really nice.
It drives like you hope they all would, you know? You know, we have cars coming in and they're, you know, they're crunchy, they're making noises, they're squeaking and moaning. None of that from this car. I mean, and it runs strong. I mean, the 390's a really, really nicely developed engine, and makes a lot of power, and it's a pretty compact package too, which you know, adds to the overall performance.
I like how the T10 shifts. The throws are a little bit long, I gotta admit. It's more than like a Muncie or a Chrysler Trans, but it still shifts very nicely. I do like the power steering. It just reminds me of my 65 Dodge. It's very unassisted. I mean, it's really, or I should say it's over-assisted.
Over-assisted, yeah.
For sure.
But that's kind of the charm of these cars, you know. They the technology was not where it is today. You're not going to have the kind of handling, braking, overall road feel that you're going to get from, you know, a modern vehicle. But that's, in a way, that's the charm of it.
This car is so... I love looking out over the Ram Air hood. I mean, I could give or take the wood grain interior. That's a personal thing. But I just love the way this thing... I feel like I'm driving a really classic pony car, which I am.
Yes.
I mean, it's just absolutely outstanding.
And the cool thing about it is it really is very unadulterated. You have a car that is mostly the same parts it was built with.
Yeah.
And so you're getting a really a first-hand feel of what it was like in 1970. It's a nice vehicle, and it does everything it's supposed to. It does it with a lot of flair, and this thing is a serious head turner.
Oh, I can imagine. I mean, if it was parked, it would be turning heads.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
You know, I like the power disc brakes. Stops nice. Like I said, I dig the over-assisted steering. That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
But I do. I'm just enjoying the heck out of this. You know, tons of torque. You don't have to downshift to get going. That was third gear.
Yeah, no 10-speed automatic on one of these. It's you know, let's torque get the job done.
You know, and I love, you know, Muscle Car Campy drives a Mustang. You're making fun of me because it has a 10-speed automatic. However, I guess I should have gone that way.
That's fine.
It just truly reminds me of why I should have held out a little bit and got the manual gearbox. You know, I love the 10-speed auto, and I know my wife needs it to drive it, but this is just too cool for school.
But nevertheless, I mean, the whole deal with this car is it's just a beautiful original car that really just delivers on all fronts. You know, it looks great, it handles very well, it's got plenty of power. It's the total experience. You know, it really is. It's a wonderful vehicle. And like I said, we're very, very proud to have it being taken care of at Iron Stable Garage.
And, you know, I know with a 391 gear and a 5,000 RPM redline, you're not going to go really fast in this car.
Top speed's not the strong suit of this car, but getting up to the top speed...
I bet it'd be a lot of fun to run this thing up and go banging gears in this thing. And
no doubt.
I mean, I can channel my inner Mark Donohue here,
yes,
you know?
Yes.
All right, everybody, that's it for now. Muscle Car Campy saying see you later. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. We've got more great muscle cars coming, even more AMCs. And if you are an AMC guy, please check out the other cars on our channel. We got a Scrambler, we got a couple of AMXs. We're gonna have more coming up. So spread the word about Muscle Car Campy. He loves American Motors products.